What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy, and on this channel I do a ton of home decor. I also do vlogs, but within every single vlog I try to add home decor so I can give you guys even more, or as much as I possibly can. So if you're not checking out the vlogs, you definitely should, because you might be missing out on some home decor tips you might love. In this video, I want to talk about adding color to a neutral home. Now, if you've watched some of my past videos, or if you are a subscriber here on my channel, you know I live for a neutral space. And I really do think that this allows me to have more of a clear mind. I love that my space feels very calming. It's not very busy. I decorate a lot with textures and materials and not a ton with color. But recently I have really been trying to mature my style a bit, and I've been attracted to some color and adding a little bit to my home. So in this video, we're gonna go over all of those tips. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is adding throw pillows and throw blankets. This is kind of the new step that I don't have yet in my home, but that I've been kind of dipping into and searching for those perfect pieces to add to my space. Like my bed here in my bedroom. I have all white linen bedding from Brooklinen. Thank you so much, Brooklinen, for partnering with me on today's video. Brooklinen is having their Memorial Day sale going on right now. They actually sent over another set of their washed linen sheets, which are my favorite. I currently have them on my bed and have been using the washed linen for over a year now. They are incredible. They get softer and softer every time I wash them, and I love how breathable they are. Living in Arizona, this is extremely important because it is hot here and I need breathable sheets. Brooklinen also has over 20 colors to choose from when it comes to their sheets, which is also a great way to add color to your home, is in the sheets. It's a very subtle way to do so, and they have so many colors to choose from. I am such a fan of Brooklinen. It's just such a nice quality product. And what I love about Brooklinen is they take out the middleman, giving you a luxury quality product without the luxury markup, which is so nice. On top of that, like I said, they're having their Memorial Day sale where you can save 15% on products throughout their site. I am such a fan. We have their towels, we have their cashmere sheets, and now I have 2 sets of washed linen sheets. Like I mentioned, I am going to tell you over and over again how much I love the washed linen, because not only do I love how lightweight and cool they are for the summer months especially, I also love the lived-in look that they give. You guys know I love a lot of texture. I love that linen lived-in feel. And the wash linen does exactly that. It makes me feel like I'm sleeping in some Italian villa. Oh, I love them. If you've had your eyes on some Brooklinen products, make sure you check out their site. Like I said, they're having their Memorial Day sale right now, and now is the time to buy them so you can save even more on your Brooklinen bedding. That leads me right into my first tip, which is adding throw pillows and throw blankets that might have a little bit of color, kind of spicing up your space a little bit, whether that's on your bed, on your couch, an accent chair, wherever you're wanting to do this. For me, I've been looking at a few ways to add some color to my bedroom, and adding a throw blanket that might have some color, or throw pillows, is just a small way to do this that is going to be a bit more affordable, and also it's temporary. I can take those out if I get sick of it, or when the season's over, if it's not going with my vibe. It's an easy swap and I don't have to overthink it too much. My next tip is actually adding color through flowers. Now you can see these peonies that I have back here. What I love about adding flowers in your space is that it's extremely temporary. Now flowers only last maybe a week. If you're lucky, you can get a little over a week out of them. And this really allows you to not get bored of the color that you have in your space. Now I have fuchsia going on right here, but I also really love that you can kind of test colors through flowers. So if you are thinking about adding a certain color to your space, maybe go to the grocery store, pick up some flowers in that color, put it in your space and see if you like the vibe of it. See if you like the feeling, and that will help you determine whether you want to invest in throw blankets, throw pillows, or different things that you might buy that you're looking at when adding color to your space. The same idea goes for food in your kitchen. And I like to do this because it really does add kind of that designed touch to your kitchen. I have some artichokes in a bowl right now just in my kitchen, and although it's green, because I got the fuchsia flowers, so I didn't want too like competitive colors going on in my home, so I went with artichokes in the kitchen, but I also have some citrus in there right now as well. But you can do this with lots of different food, adding so much color. You can eat the food. It just is a fun way to add some color to your space, but also, again, very temporary. The food's only gonna last for so long or until you cook it. And it's a beautiful way to add some color and some spice into your home. Also, adding plants in your kitchen and in the rest of your home is going to add that greenery and add that color, and also add something that's living throughout your space. There's something magical about plants in your space. I have tried adding faux plants throughout my space because I don't have a ton of light in my kitchen and in my bathroom, and it's just not the same for me. I do prefer having real plants. So I've had so many plants and they don't always survive in here, which is like heartbreaking, but it really does add, it's a natural element and such a great way to add color to your space. And then the last thing I want to talk about is adding dinnerware that is a little bit more colorful. You guys know for a while now I have been talking about blue and white dishes. I first started collecting some vintage blue and white dishes, and I just love the classic vibe this brings to my home. And I do like to mix them in with my modern all white dishes, but I feel like this is such a special way to add a little bit of color to your space. Whether you set a table for dinner and adding a little bit of color for the space, or say you just pull out one of your plates and put some cookies on them and kind of display some color that way. I love that I can just put these in the cupboard, or I can pull them out and display food on them, and it doesn't have to be out all the time, but it's a way for me to add a little bit of color to my space. I got these ones off of Zara Home, and I also noticed that Zara has green ones as well, which I love. I kind of go back and forth between adding blue or green to my space because I love green as well. I feel like green is just a natural tone to bring from the outside indoors and a very safe color to add to your space. So I love green, but blue is very classic and very timeless, and I love adding blue and white dishes to my home. Another thing that I love to add to my home when it comes to adding color is even your kitchen towels. This is something that you'll have out in your kitchen draped over your oven like I do, or you know, however you have your kitchen towels displayed in your home. It's just a very, very small touch of color that adds a lot of character to your space and really allows you to kind of play with colors a little bit, but you can also put it away when you're sick of it. Another thing that you can do, like I was mentioning earlier, the plants in your kitchen or in your living room or, you know, bathroom, whatever, is adding fruit trees into your kitchen. Not only are you going to have the greenery, but say you can find those beautiful small lemon trees that are just gorgeous. It's going to add a couple of colors and complementing colors and natural colors that the earth creates outside, which I think is one of the best things that you can do when bringing into your home, is kind of mimicking the beauty from outdoors and bringing that indoors. I love it. I think that's why I love texture so much, because outdoors there's so much texture, you know, within plants and gardens and stuff like that. And I just find that very warming to a space. All right, you guys, and those are my 5 simple ways to add color to your space. Adding throw blankets and throw pillows are going to be a temporary way to add a little bit of color to your space, especially for the seasons. You can make this seasonal if it's something you don't want to commit to for too long. Then adding plants. This has been something I've been doing for a long time. One of the only ways there was color in my space for such a long time, and it's a natural element that you're bringing in, so it's going to bring in even more than just color. It's going to bring in so much mood and feeling and happiness. I love plants. They just do something to a space I feel like nothing else does. And then the next thing is adding flowers. Now, flowers can add up, especially if you're getting more specialty flowers or delicate flowers. They can be a little pricey, like peonies that I have back here. However, you can also get, you know, affordable flowers that you can bring in weekly or bi-weekly and kind of get a feeling for the colors that you're attracted to, how you like the colors in your space. Do they blend well with the rest of your space? Such a great way and super temporary way to play with color and get to know yourself. Adding food is very similar to flowers. It's such a great way, again, to just play with color, see what you're liking, see what you're not liking. You can do this with your weekly shop. You can get, you know, display your food out on your countertops and see how it works. Eat the food. Such a great way to kind of test color and see how you're liking it in your space. And then lastly, which is the one way that I've been adding recently, is the dinnerware. Getting some dinnerware that you can intermix with your neutral dinnerware that you might currently have in your home. It's just a fun way to add a little bit of color, a little bit of charm to your space without overdoing it. It's, you know, kind of just slightly sprinkling it in. And I've really been loving doing this lately. At first, I was a little bit afraid. I felt like it was maybe a little too much, but honestly, I am so in love with blue and white dishes and the charm it brings to my space. I absolutely love it. The one thing that I want to do is I want to continue to find vintage blue and white dishes or vintage dinnerware to add to my space. And I feel like this is such a great way because you don't have to always bring them out, but it's one of the more permanent ways to add color to your space aside from your throws and throw pillows. But I think it's one that is just so absolutely breathtaking when you are pulling your items out for dinner, or if you're hosting a dinner with friends. They're so good. All right, you guys, I hope that you found these tips helpful. I know if you're anything like me, adding color to my space was a little bit intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't quite know how to do it in the way that I was comfortable with. And I have friends who have houses full of color, and I can totally appreciate their space. But for me, it was just something that was quite overwhelming, and I didn't always love it. But I found these few things to be very easy to do in my space and something I've been enjoying lately. So let me know how you add color to your space, whether it's permanent, temporary, and ways that you've kind of introduced a little bit more color to your neutral home. Thank you so much again, Brooklinen, for partnering with me on today's video. Again, they're having their Memorial Day sale. Make sure you click the link down below to stock up on some of your favorite bedding, or maybe get some new ones that are new bedding that you have had your eyes on. And I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.